Hey, this is Lewis. I wanted to make a little video. The I have a prescription for ivermectin. I'm here in Washington State, and there are no pharmacies that will fill the prescription. I can get cocaine, crack, heroin, fentanyl, all sorts of manner of porn, hookers, acid, shrooms, you know, anything. I can get anything probably within an hour or two. I know a guy who knows a guy. You know, but I can't get ivermectin. I can't get ivermectin with a prescription from a doctor. It's it's just it's not there. They were refusing to fill prescriptions for for antiviral prophylaxis. Uh, I've been taking ivermectin for a little over 6 months. Feel fine. I haven't been sick. I interact with hundreds of people a week in close proximity, which is what prompted why I've been taking ivermectin. Um, yeah, the stuff in the news right now about the ivermectin as a horse dewormer and stuff like that. That's a slightly different um, compound. It is ivermectin, but the ivermectin that people take is ivermectin and it's mixed with something else. It starts with a P or something. But it's a slightly different compound. And one of the reasons why people are overdosing on ivermectin is because it's become increasingly hard to get. And so people are turning to, they're going to like, veteran supply stores and getting this stuff that's not meant for people. The dosage I was taking was 12 milligrams 2 to 3 times a week. This is a very small amount. You gotta think like your Benadryl, your ibuprofen, all these pills you take are 200 plus, 400 plus milligrams. Now I know that there's potencies and stuff like that, but the it's a very benign amount. And there are conflicting studies and stuff like that, but we can rest assured that there's a lot of corruption going on and censorship. And it's frustrating that you could have a prescription from a doctor and you know they won't fill it. And so I ordered some ivermectin from an online pharmacy, paid for it in Bitcoin. It should be here in a week or so. Um, but it's frustrating. I have to turn to like some fucking random online pharmacy from Zimbabwe or something and get airdropped ivermectin and and then I have to trust some bullshit pharmacy from overseas. And I so these are the compounding problems. Like, even if ivermectin turns out to be it has no benefit towards neutralizing the spike proteins, which is what hundreds and thousands, maybe even thousands, tens of thousands of doctors are prescribing it for, because there is research that says that it does bind to the spike proteins and make them more benign. It's been around for 50, 60 years, and taking in small dosages it has been proven benign for a long time. I mean, they give, when there's an outbreak of scabies at a nursing home, they give this to everybody. And these are elderly people. And so the spin of like people are taking high dosages and stuff like that, it's because you can't fucking get it. You can't fucking get it. And so a bunch of monkeys are going to the veteran supply store and taking shit for horses. And one, it's a different formula, but two, it's like, it's not like the pills I get are 3 milligrams. I take 4 of those. People are taking fucking crazy dosages because it's not measured out. And you would need what I think those little, what are they called? You need like fucking very precise tools to take some sort of serum and measure out 3 milligrams. You can't even do it with an eyedropper. So, anyways, that's what's going on. I paid for it. I paid for my online purchase in Bitcoin, of course. I'm given the Bitcoin option. Spin. Even if you believe that in the mandates and all this and that, we can point to so many examples of medical fraud and tyranny throughout the years, um, that we really shouldn't trust and accept any of this stuff. They created this opiate crisis because they didn't want people to take cannabis and weed. It's I was in the hospital for I was in a car accident 5 years ago, and I was in the hospital for 3-4 weeks, and they were giving me 25 milligrams of oxycodone every 3 hours and fentanyl, and over 3 weeks, I lost 20 plus pounds. I couldn't eat, couldn't take a shit. I couldn't go to the restaurant. And I was atrophying. I couldn't move, and they were just pumping me full of these drugs. And they kill people all the time. They kill tens of thousands of people in hospitals every year on these drugs. And that's not conspiracy nonsense. Just people end up getting overdosing on these drugs in the hospitals. And you know, they were regimented about me taking my pain meds, but not how much water I was drinking, how much food I was drinking, or how much weight I was losing. They rather sedate you and cause all sorts of issues, like your gut being sedated, meaning you're not going to be able to have a bowel movement, and which is going to cause all sorts of neurological issues. And they'd rather do that than allow you to take cannabis, which is going to change the way your mind perceives pain. It's not a sedation. It changes the way you perceive pain. It doesn't get rid of the pain. It just changes the way your perception of it. So, anyways, this was a little longer than I wanted to, but if you're trying to get ivermectin, you can get it online. I'll let you know, maybe in an update. Don't take ivermectin that's for horses. It's a slightly different formula, and so don't do that. But I can see why people are, because it's crazy, man. Even if you love the vaccines and all this and stuff, people who get vaccinated still can get sick with COVID, and ivermectin has been shown to help. I mean, conflicting studies, right? Who do you want to believe? Who do you want to believe? The guys who've been lying to you for generations, or people who actually care about their patients and work with their patients? Anyways, this is Lewis. Best of luck to everybody.